Coming up on Raiders Talk of the Nation. By now, you know this is how we do it on the show. With an R&B singer turned author.
Hey, what a blessing. I'm a part of hip-hop, I'm a part of R&B, I'm a part of music, part of ministry, and I just love what I get to do.
A piano player turned world-renowned DJ.
What's up, guys? This is Zedd, and you're watching Raiders Talk of the Nation.
And a member of one of the best-selling groups of all time.
I got the request. It was Raiders Glam. So I do have a Raiders jacket, the starter, and I was like, well, I don't know. I want y'all to see the sparkles.
Plus, we put the pressure on Raiders wide receiver Jakobi Meyers with a little rapid fire.
I already told my mama I ain't coming back, so if y'all don't call me, that's how you gonna see me. You better call.
You wanna tell mommy?
Ma, I ain't coming back. Like, to your God.
It's all coming your way on Raiders Talk of the Nation. What's going on, Raider Nation? Welcome back to the only show where entertainment meets football. I'm talking about the one and only team decked out in the silver and black. Now, throughout the history of the Raiders, we've seen some of the biggest names in music.
Raider Nation!
Talent is no short supply, and often has performers returning each season for the electric energy the fans bring right at Allegiant Stadium. And nobody knows that better than the Grammy Award-winning singer Michelle Williams. After bringing the house down with the national anthem last year, you could say she was destined to return again this year.
Please welcome back Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, Michelle Williams.
And the home of the brave.
Michelle is back. Second time you blessed us with your presence during the national anthem. How was it this time around compared to the last time? What are the emotions would have felt?
It was awesome. You know, my grandfather was a veteran. I have two uncles that are veterans. And then my dad, his birthday is tomorrow, who has deceased. So it was his father that was in like 2 wars. And so I just always think about those in my family that served. And of course, you can't help but think about the veterans who even, who are here tonight.
Raider Nation, I'm sure they were just as loud today as they were the last time.
It was amazing. It was awesome.
Yeah.
They were like, they're probably gonna yell when you say the word night.
Night.
And they did, so I was prepped for that. The same thing they did last year. This crew, this Raider Nation is absolutely, true.
Again, you've seen it. And when I talked to you last year, you had your Raiders, you were decked out, Jackie, you got all this.
I got the request. It was Raiders Glam. So I do have a Raiders jacket, the starter, and I was like, well, I don't know. I want y'all to see the sparkles.
Super Bowl's coming to Vegas. You said last time you wanted to be here for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Are we going to be a part of something? What are we doing? What are you doing?
Just saying that I at least just want to be in Vegas. So the plan is to be here for the Super Bowl.
See, now you're very busy. We know you're going to hop on a plane after this. Where are you headed? What's going on?
I am headed to the Dominican Republic to do a missions trip. Lots of times we go places and we kick our feet up at the resort, right? And so it's time. I was like, I want to go and serve, and so that's what we're doing for about 4 days there in Santo Domingo in the capital.
We love that. Okay, I'm asking this question. They didn't ask for this, but what is the one stage that you want to take on that you haven't taken yet?
Oh, is there a stage that I have not taken? I think one day I want to do just one night of my solo material and just call it a day.
Where would you do it? What thing? Oh, here. Wow.
No, that's a good question. Where would I do it? What stage would I do it? It's either that or I would like to return to Broadway and originate a role.
Manifesting is happening.
Yep. I believe
Healing the heart
changed my life.
Before we get out of here, I know and appreciate you talking about mental health, discussing that, being open about it. You know what? There is an organization that has a retreat called Healing the Heart, and it has changed my life. We actually we have a military retreat called Exodus Mission. So it's the same Healing the Heart retreat, but it's specifically, there are things that are put in the retreat for everybody that's been in any branch of the military.
Gotcha.
Yep. Hey everybody, I'm Michelle Williams, and guess what? I'm hanging out with Raiders Talk of the Nation, because it is the talk of the nation. And I will be back, period. Drop the mic. Why am I showing that I'm from Chicago? Period.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Williams.
Still to come,
Now that I'm here, I just see like it's good all the way through.
he's got fast feet on the field, but can Jakobi Meyers handle the speed of wits?
I like pool. I'm not great at pool, but I like pool. Not a pool shark, but I will be. So if you trying to lose some money,
And he's one of the biggest DJs in the world.
I've always loved Kendrick Lamar. I think in that space, Kendrick would be probably, if I could choose, my favorite.
Find out why Vegas holds a special place in Zedd's heart.
It's amazing. It's also really nice to be on the other side and not be performing and just to enjoy it. It's amazing. It's a beautiful stadium.
Raiders Talk of the Nation will be back after this. Raiders Talk of the Nation has been brought to you by Allegiant Air, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Powered by Cox, a proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. He could be one of the best-kept secrets on the Raiders offense after setting a career high for 7 touchdown receptions this season. And the reputation that Jakobi Meyers has built as a complete receiver continues to grow. And while he may be known for his speed on the field, I tested his rapid-fire skills during the preseason. Okay, we're here.
you see me back there, it's Big Myers in the team.
What are you most excited about to get out there with the guys? And how did you feel putting on the silver and black for the first time?
I feel good. I look good. Oh, I look good. Thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Appreciate you. Nah, it's been fun though. I feel like what I'm most excited about is just working with the offense. Like it's so many. At first, when I first got here, I thought it was only top heavy. Now that I'm here, I just see like it's good all the way through. Like the guys that people don't know about have real talent. So I'm excited for them to be able to show it and show how they keeping up and why they deserve to be here. So just the room I got, the receiver room, I'm really happy for it.
What do you know about Raider Nation? Just from playing against us, the fan base.
Y'all crazy. But I mean, I like a little crazy though. Ain't nothing wrong with a little crazy get the blood flowing. So I'll take it. I appreciate it, actually.
Crazy's good.
Good crazy. Great crazy.
That's different. That's different. That's different. That's different.
Let's get to know you a little bit, okay? What's a hobby of yours?
I like pool. I'm not great at pool, but I like pool. Not a pool shark, but I will be. So if you're trying to lose some money, let's see. I just like all sports, honestly. I like to compete, so whatever it is, if it's a competition, I'm trying to win.
Favorite film?
I got 2. So I got The Temptations. You didn't expect that now. Yeah, I shook it up. You seen the face. All right, Temptations, and I say Friday.
What do you do outside of the hobbies and trying to be a pool shark? What's something on your off days that you enjoy doing?
Just family, you know. I feel like we spend a lot of time with this family that we you might forget about the other families. So just trying to check in on them, doing things to put them in better positions. So just trying to take care of my people.
How you liking Vegas so far?
Man, I love it. I already told my mom I ain't coming back. So if y'all don't call me, that's how you gonna see me. You better call.
You gonna tell mom and
I ain't coming back. Until you're back.
Do you have a favorite football memory? It could be any point in your career or when you were growing up.
Man, yeah, when I was in college, playing Florida State, I flipped in the end zone. My knees didn't like it, but everything else liked it.
Fires to the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown Raiders, Jakobi Meyers!
Before we get out of here, again, your first year coming over here to the Silver and Black, you talked about Raider Nation. You mentioned the word crazy, but we need the crazy. Is there a message to the fan base out there that you have?
Y'all just embrace me, you know? It's gonna be some ups, it's gonna be some downs, but I mean, life is hard, you know? Like, I've seen people really struggle, you know, and that's, with all due respect, I know how hard my guys work, but it's a game, you know? So like, I can't never be too high, never be too low, because I get paid to play a game. I'm living a dream. We're gonna get through this thing together. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna enjoy it.
Coming up,
What a great opportunity. You don't get 65,000 people, into a space that you can just really celebrate our nation and have a time like that. So it's great.
and later, the Raiders bring a little holiday cheer to their youngest fans.
Just how the players and the team and this whole organization is giving back to the community, it just speaks volumes to these kids' heart.
Raiders Talk of the Nation will be back after this. This segment has been brought to you by Modelo, brewed with the highest quality ingredients for a taste that's pure gold. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Leave it up to the Raiders to have a nightclub in the end zone at the stadium they call home. The Winfield Club brings a high-energy nightlife experience in the center of the action each and every game, and fans and myself can't get enough. I caught up with Zedd to talk about his latest residency on the Strip and his New Year's Eve plans.
You don't need an introduction, but I'm going to give you your introduction. Zedd is here, fresh off of EDC out in Orlando. How was that experience? And was the crowd that was a huge crowd. I know you played for a lot more, but was that kind of cool to have that experience out?
That was amazing, and it was a really big crowd, so I don't want to downplay it. But then this crowd here.
Well, since you mentioned our crowd, 65,000 out here, what does it feel like to be in here again? You see so many fans, you see people coming out to your shows, but to be in here for Allegiant Stadium for a game like this.
It's amazing. It's also really nice to be on the other side and not be performing and just to enjoy it. It's amazing. It's a beautiful stadium.
But we're bothering you, huh?
Not at all.
Thank
It's
you.
a pleasure to spend time with you.
I'm glad you're going to say that. You know, with the music that you do and the EDM and the sound of that, as well as like hip hop is huge across the boards, right? For music and the meshing of music, I love, okay? Musicality, 50 years of hip hop. Do you have a favorite hip hop artist out there? Is there someone you'd like to work with on a record?
I've always loved Kendrick Lamar. I think in that space, Kendrick would be probably, if I could choose, my favorite. Do you approve?
I approve 100%.
Great.
I would like to be a part of that album somehow, some way. Just yes, let's.
There we go. You made the connection possibly.
There you go.
Take credit if it happens.
There we go. We're taking credit.
You know, you can't say Montell Jordan's name without saying or singing the title of his hit song, This Is How We Do It. I won't do it here for you, though. Almost 30 years later, it still reigns supreme as one of the best songs of all time. The hitmaker brought his skills and swag to Allegiant Stadium to perform the national anthem in front of 60,000 fans.
Please welcome back singer, songwriter, and Raider Nation's very own Montell Jordan.
It's not your first time being here at Allegiant and gracing us with the national anthem.
Can you see?
What a great opportunity. You don't get 65,000 people, into a space that you can just really celebrate our nation and have a time like that. So it's great.
I know I've talked to you about this before, but again, as the year goes on for us, Super Bowl is going to be here. We got Usher at halftime. Are you going to be in attendance?
No, listen, you got Usher, who knows?
You always have your family with you. Talking with your son has, what position does he play? He does play football. And where does he go to school?
He's phenomenal, 6'4", 210 pounds wide receiver, and he's phenomenal.
What's that?
Jordan.
How do you feel when you see him out there?
Oh man, I'm proud dad, but I'm proud of all my kids, but it's especially, because he's handsome like me, humble like me, we're in the same fraternity, he's a good young man.
Your record, This Is How We Do It, and so many other moments that you've had in your career. When you write a record like that, do you know it's going to happen in that way, or do you have a feeling, an inkling that this does have legs?
I knew, of course, I wouldn't know that 30 years later, you know, but I knew when I was creating the song, it was already a hit because Slick Rick the Ruler with Children's Story, that's like my mentor. I loved him, watched him, still love him. But I did know that there was something special about it. And, you know, almost 30 years later, it's a stadium anthem. Hey, what a blessing. I'm a part of hip hop, I'm a part of R&B, I'm a part of music, part of ministry, and I just love what I get to do.
50 years of hip hop we're celebrating this year. You mentioned Slick Rick. Is he your favorite all time, or who would you say is on that list?
I would put Slick Rick definitely in my top 3 for me. And then, you know, I mean, oh God, they gonna put me on the spot like that.
Come on, humble.
Yeah, get on in there. I mean, I like Slick Rick. I like Ice Cube. I'm a West Coast guy, so Cube got to be in that top 3 for me. And then me.
Play the Jeopardy music, but I was waiting.
Humbly me to get me out of trouble.
It was a perfect answer. Now, let me make sure I get this right. Special Forces, world's toughest test. That's hard. Were the challenges crazy for you?
I broke my hand at that thing. One of the most difficult things I ever did in my life, but really, really fun. Raider organization, Danny Amendola was there with me in the middle of the Jordanian desert. So that's my buddy for life right there. Definitely one of the most difficult and challenging things I had to do in my life, but you know, fear is not an option. You gotta, you know, do it afraid.
Now, would you do it again?
I would not do it again.
But it was a great experience.
Hey, one time is enough.
One and done. That's all you need. Lastly, it is the holidays. Do you cook? Who in the household cooks? And do you have any traditions?
During the holidays, I make gumbo every New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. And around Thanksgiving time, I'd fry turkeys, but that's my thing. I get down. My gumbo's serious.
Last thing, being a part of Raider Nation, explain to anyone who's watching what is so special about the fan base.
Well, I mean, I grew up in Los Angeles, South Central LA. So I go back to the old, you know, Raider caps and the, you know, I am old school. And so between the Raiders, between Oakland and LA and everything, we still got history together. And so without question, I am, you know, I love the NFL, and Raider Nation has been really good to me. Hey, what's up? This is Montell Jordan, and this is how we do it. You're watching Raiders Talk of the Nation.
Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Raiders Talk of the Nation. And listen, even though the football season is nearing its end, we've still got so much more on the way. So be sure to stick around next week. We'll see you right here on Raiders Talk of the Nation.